Hello everybody, this is Ian with VotoCycling and I'm back for another vlog. I apologize I haven't done a vlog in a very long time. I am currently using a Sena 20S Bluetooth. I'm doing a sound check on this one, so more like a sound test, if anything. The microphone I'm using is the one that came with the Sena, the recommended microphone for the full face helmet. And it is obviously paired with a GoPro Bluetooth pack. I wasn't able to use my personal microphone because the Sena takes a 2.5 millimeter audio jack into it versus a 3.5 millimeter, which is what my microphone uses. Alright, so hopefully it's picking up my voice very well here. I will also have a review on this product later on today. I'll do it later on today and I'll try to post it as soon as possible. But for the sound test, what I'm going to do is talk about a topic, and the topic is why I'm glad I didn't buy a 250cc bike as my first bike. It all boils down to two things. Number one, is your bike powerful enough? Number two, is the human condition stronger than most? And I fit in those categories. I have the human condition. The human condition is called a curiosity of what other things in life are better than yours and how does it compare. And in this case, I'm not really looking for something that's better than this bike, because don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure there are nice cruisers out there that people consider better than this bike. For me, it's not really better, it's just different. I don't find another cruiser that's better than a 1200cc Sportster from Harley Davidson, okay? And it's not because it's Harley Davidson. Don't even start with me on that. The issue I have here is, it's not really an issue, I guess. But my thing is that this bike just seems to fit my soul better than other cruisers. That's all it is. It's not that it's better than anything. That's just how I feel about it. So, two things. If I had bought a 250cc bike, I'm a huge fan of things being better than my current stuff, okay? Things being better than the previous generation. And a 250cc bike does not compare to a 1200cc bike very well, because it's not that the 1200cc is better than the previous generation of a 250cc bike. That doesn't work like that. They're two different bikes in total. As a whole, a 250cc has less power. That's just the way it is. It's meant to be beginner friendly, so why would you compare that to a Sportster or a sport bike or anything more powerful than 250cc's? Alright, so bottom line is, I knew that if I had bought a 250cc, I would be looking at trading in that motorcycle right now for a different motorcycle. The truth of the matter is, I am not looking to trade in my motorcycle. It's been 2 years since I've owned this bike, and I have a giant urge right now, a huge urge actually, to buy a new motorcycle. And it's not because I'm sick of this one, it's because my curiosity is setting in, and it's very bad. It's a very bad itch. I just want to know what other motorcycles are out there, and I want to start exploring other types of motorcycles. I want to see how different it is compared to this motorcycle. That's all it is. And so, the reason why I don't regret not having a 250cc is because when I bought this bike, I upgraded it so much. I had a lot of things done to it, and I think I'm lost. I had a lot of things done to it, and so the things that I did to it is the things that I want done to it, and I love it. I'm totally in love with this bike, and I don't want to get rid of it. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the other thing that I think is really important is that even though I wouldn't want a new motorcycle, I'm not having the urge to trade in a motorcycle for a motorcycle. So this gives me the benefit of still riding this thing around and wanting to ride this thing around, but saving up for a new motorcycle, so that when it's time for me to buy a new motorcycle, I will have two motorcycles that I can ride around in whatever mood or feelings I have that day. So now I'm on the highway going 60, so I'm hoping you can hear me still. And I'm running out of gas, so now I gotta go find a gas station. But this is how I feel. And I feel that if I had bought a 250cc I'd be having to look for a way to get rid of it and going through the whole trading in process and losing money on it. Granted, it probably won't be that much because you can buy a nice 250cc for about $2,000. Guy in a gold wing just staring at me. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I love this bike. Even though I have the urge for a new one, I'm not too in a hurry to get a new one because I still love riding it, and I can be patient and I can take my time saving up money and be choosy about the next motorcycle. So it's been a nice experience so far. And I think after 2 years, most people would have already gotten a new bike by now. If they had bought a 250cc, most people would. And I would be one of those people. And I would have to go through the hassle of trading up that motorcycle for it. So that is why I don't regret buying a 250cc motorcycle as my first motorcycle. It's because of this right now. I still enjoy riding around in this thing. The urge, to give you an idea how bad the urge of owning a motorcycle is, I have such a bad urge that I totally am avoiding all the motorcycle dealerships all summer long. Not the Harley Davidson ones, because I don't want another Harley. I want a sport bike after this. So I've been avoiding all the sports bike dealerships. So yeah, that's just to give you an idea of how bad the urge is. Alright, I hope the sound test is working out, and I hope that topic is, I don't know, entertaining or useful in one way or another. But those are the two things that I think helped me decide on choosing a Sportster as my first bike. Knowing the fact that I would want something more powerful. That's because it's who I am. This is first. Number two, knowing the fact that I would be curious and I would want a new bike right away after owning probably a year of the motorcycle. And if the motorcycle was a 250, it would have made the curiosity even worse after a year versus now owning this bike for 2 years and I'm still enjoying riding this bike. Okay, I'll talk to you guys next time. This is He with Motorcycling. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.